Grab a beer and pull up a chair. Welcome to the Northwoods Beer Guy podcast. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Northwoods Beer Guy podcast. This is Mike, the Northwoods Beer Guy. And as always, my trusty sidekick, Jim.
Hey, buddy, how you doing?
Doing good, man. How about yourself?
Another day in paradise, living a dream.
There you go, man.
Waiting for that next craft beer.
Well, they'll be coming here shortly.
Awesome.
Coming shortly. So this week, the weather's kind of changed a little bit here the last couple weeks.
It sure doesn't feel like winter like we were just talking about there for a couple episodes.
Correct. And we kind of got us into the spring spirit, so to speak, even though I'm pretty sure it ain't going to last and we're going to get pounded by snow. But
well, here recently, didn't somebody see or not see their shadow?
Yeah, actually, I heard and I guess there's multiple of them. I know Puxatawny Phil said he didn't see his, and they talked about one in New Jersey, and I don't know the name of that one, but that one.
And there's one by Madison too.
Is there?
Yeah.
Did that one see it? Because I know the one in New Jersey said that one said that it didn't see it either.
Right.
And it's always, my running joke has always been, it doesn't matter if they see it or not. We still got 6 more weeks of winter, so it doesn't matter.
It feels good outside.
Yes.
So we got to enjoy it. So I think, and I'm actually wearing shorts today. So maybe spring will be here and maybe we can liven all the listeners up by some of these beers too.
Yeah. There's a couple things in this lineup that we got. One, we decided, let's look at some spring type things, stuff that maybe, get you in that mood. And the one thing I didn't realize is we have 8 beers and they're fruit. There's different fruits in them.
Yes.
And I didn't realize they're all, 4.4, 4.5. I mean, they're all pretty low alcohol.
There 7 are in the 4 range, and then we have one outlier. That one outlier that's a little right around 6.
Oh, okay.
So 7 of the 8.
So 7 of the 8 are pretty low. So these are ones I think pretty much anybody could, to try it.
Well, we're going to make sure that we give our best opinion to the listeners, so they don't have to. Because there might be some, I don't know, some of these fruit I've never tried before, so I don't even have a taste bud to know if it's a good fruit or a bad fruit.
Yeah, some of them it's like interesting, because I know a couple of them I've said I've never had a beer with that in it, and it'll be cool to see how they are. The second thing in the lineup is we're giving Shiner another try. After the holiday box debacle, we thought, well, let's see if they got something else that maybe has some more flavor in it. So we do have 2 from the only brewery that we have more than 1 beer today from. So it'll be interesting to see how they are,
because we don't hold a grudge.
Correct.
We want to try the beer that's out there, and I thought maybe this might be if there's any way that beer is going to have a flavor, it's these 2.
Right.
If they can't get flavor out of what...
Then there's something wrong, I think. So, yeah, it's...
And so I don't know if... I was just looking here quick online, too, and I thought it was interesting. Not interesting, I don't know. But fruit beer is made with fruit.
Really?
That's what it says on the internet.
Well, who would have thought that?
I didn't realize that. So fruit beer is made with strawberries, plums, raspberries, or cherries.
Huh.
An additive or flavoring containing...
Because a number of these have other fruit in it other than those that we have.
Well, that's
I'm sure that's just their example.
They're interwebs. So do you know where fruit beer, which country it originally came from, where it started?
Boy, I don't. I don't know.
Belgium.
Really?
Well, that's what it says. I don't know if the interwebs are...
Yeah, it's got to be the truth if it's on there.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. So that's the only thing it says on here about fruit beer. So it's made with fruit.
Yep.
And it started in Belgium.
Oh, okay. Nice. So before we get going, I did want to let you know, I did look up how they come up with an IBU rating.
Oh, nice.
And I think I'm probably more confused now than before I looked it up.
Is there a simple way for the listeners to understand how to do it? Or
no.
Can they do it? Oh,
no.
Nice.
So basically, the 2 ways that it described, one was that the breweries have a lab.
Ooh.
And they do like a photochromatic something or a something other kind of test on it, and that gives the IBU level. Or they also had a mathematical equation that must have been about 6 inches long, and I don't know how many letters and numbers and signs and all that it had in it. I didn't read the whole description, and I was just like, yeah, okay, that's not going to happen either. So,
well, I guess that's a good thing, because looking at our beers for today, I don't think we have any that are over a 20 for IBUs. So maybe we won't have to worry about the IBUs.
Yeah,
so these should not be hoppy.
I think we should be okay. Yeah. So we won't have to try and figure that out today. So today, I think our biggest thing is going to be, should that fruit have been in this beer? I think that's what we need.
Ultimate question.
Yes, that's our question. So
should we start?
Let's start.
All right. So what do you got there?
So the first one that we have is by Shiner.
Oh, surprising.
So we want it right out of the gate. We're gonna give them a shot. And this is sea salt and lime.
Ooh, that's going to
4% ABV.
Okay.
Let's see. Beer brewed with sea salt and lime peel and with natural flavors added.
Wow.
So is there any, were you able to find anything on them? Or?
What it says about the exact same. Easy drinking. We made it available all year round, which that's good for a beer, right?
Yeah.
But then it says, this seasonable brew is made with real lime peel, artisanal sea salt, and authentic and refreshing flavor. Perfect for outdoor patios, indoor sofas, or anywhere you want to sit back and relax.
All right. Well, let's give her a shot.
Gosh, my fingers are so...
Listen.
The cat call. Alabama boss is happy.
All right.
Well, it looks like a beer.
It has almost a little tinge of a green to it, but not. It look like you said. It does look like a normal, pretty light-looking beer.
It does have a head on it, which is a good thing. And remember, folks, we're doing 8 of these today.
Yeah,
we're making a sacrifice for you, the listener.
Just for you. We don't like doing this, but you can smell the lime.
Is that the lime?
That's what I think it is.
God dang it! What's there? How do you not get flavor?
I don't get any salt.
I mean, this tastes like one of the big box beers.
I do get some salt now, but it's very, very, very faint. And it's about as much as the lime is really interesting.
That's
well, we do have one more Shiner yet, so hopefully, in this one, it's almost got a little bit of a weird aftertaste that kind of hangs on.
I wonder if it's the peel.
It's got to be peel. That lime peel has got to be.
I think a fresh lime would have been.
Yeah, you wonder if they would have used just lime, not the peel, but the actual fruit. If that would have done better, because you do get kind of a bitter.
Yeah, at the
end,
what lingers after,
and it lingers. Yes.
Wow, that's disappointing again.
Well.
You want to start and give your
sure
unvarnished opinion?
It's kind of like I said. I think it'd have been interesting if they'd used lime instead of the peel. You do get a little bit of a saltiness, but it's very faint. And then, like I said, the most flavor is that whatever lingers at the end, that bitter kind of thing. That's got to be from the lime peel. So I'm gonna do like a 2.0 on it. It's just it might be one of those, if it was super hot out and it was cold, you could probably chug one, but I don't think I'd pick it.
Yeah, I mean, like they said, I mean, it's perfect for outdoors. I mean, you could probably mow your lawn with this.
Yeah.
But if you're looking for something that tastes like sea salt and lime, this isn't it. To me, I don't really. I mean, the little bit that's there is so hard to pick up. I mean, even the aroma, there was a little bit of aroma, but then just goes away so quick. So, I mean, I think I'm right there with you. I mean, I was so looking forward to a Shiner that had a good taste or a good flavor. I'm going to go a 2.0 as well. And
I don't know, dude. Like I said, it's just because I'm pretty sure we've had other beers that had lime in it, and we had ones that have had salt in it, and you could taste them.
Right.
That's why I thought this was going to be like a lot of flavor, but it just didn't quite materialize.
Yeah, and I mean,
and did it say what was the style on this? Did we know?
I think it just said ale.
Just ale? Okay.
I think. Because I was looking for that as well and couldn't find anything that was... On their website, they have very little about these first two beers. I don't know. I mean, there's other breweries that have like full pages and full descriptions, but for this one, it was not much.
Okay.
And for the next one, it doesn't even give IBUs.
Really?
It just gives calories.
Well, there you go.
So I don't know. If
So this is one of those for all the people that are calorie counting.
Right. So I don't know if that's a good thing, a bad thing, or what's going on with that.
That is wild. Because the reason I asked about styles is, ladies and gentlemen, we actually have a fair number of styles.
Yes.
Kind of represented in this group. So it'll be interesting just to see how that,
plays into
it. Yeah. Well, let me finish this, and then we'll get ready for the next one.
Yeah. That's
so. Like I said, with the weather changing and that, I have not been out in my field yet to see if there's deer tracks. I know there's deer tracks because when the snow was out there's that. But we want to go and kind of look around and see if we can find some trails and anything like that. Now I know you've been out at your farm, and I'm sure it's the same way that ours is, where the snow was almost gone.
So it's actually probably the biggest difference is your ground is a little sandier.
Yeah.
So the water drains a little better. The ground at my farm is a little heavier, so it is just a swamp, muddy mess. So I actually had to go out there this morning. I had to go out there while it was still froze, just so I could drive out there. It's so wet. Because I tried to go out there in the afternoon a couple days, and my tires were sinking in probably 4 to 6 inches.
Really?
In the gravel.
Oh my gosh.
In the gravel. So, I mean, the gravel is
So if you'd have got in the field, you'd have been done.
You can't even get off
There's no way.
Right.
Yeah.
Even like if I would have had a tractor or with a Ranger.
Yep.
It's not even accessible that way. So for me, I'm just waiting because I don't think we actually had a good frost. It really hardened the ground up. If anything, it may have just got the top like half inch, like crusty. So it's a little bit different. So I did see, the deer are out now because now the grass is starting to open up. So there's a lot of deer tracks.
Yep.
But I did find a deer horn.
Nice.
So that's unique because usually they start falling off once they went through a little bit of snow and they're trying to redirect their energy to other places. So I was surprised that one fell off now.
Yeah, because, usually, like you said, it's more kind of stress related.
Yes.
So the harder the winter, then their horns drop earlier. But yeah, that's kind of why, because they've had a pretty mellow winter so far.
Right up until, that couple weeks in January. All of December was pretty mild. And I was surprised. Since it was so muddy, I was actually walking in my driveway and I happened to see it right alongside the road. And we'll put the little video.
Yeah. Get me that and I'll get it on there. So we'll show everybody. So
it's not a monster rack, but it's
it's the first one of the year. That's always cool.
And
that's what I'm hoping we can find at our place too. Is just find some horn here, horn there. It's always cool when it's on your land. Right. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So it's a neat deal. Well, let's give her another whirl. So we got another shiner.
All right,
and this is all natural ruby Redbird.
Ruby.
And I'm a little concerned because it looks like a grapefruit.
Yes, and ginger.
Oh, grapefruit and ginger. 3.1 carbs.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, carbs. Yeah.
Carbs.
95 calories.
No fat. Oh, that's good.
Sweet.
So you could drink a bunch of these. Yes.
Yeah, we were worried about that.
Yeah. So if you're wanting to, keep your girlish figure, that says
if you're
0 grams of fat.
Counting carbs, this is the one.
Texas ruby red grapefruit. I'm kind of concerned about this one.
And it even says a bold kick of ginger combined with citrus for a tart, refreshing lager. Now they're talking up a big game.
Wow.
But with their batting average has not been good. So I don't know if we can.
Well, here we go.
Let's see if it. Well,
kind of a different sound.
There you go, Alabama boss. Be happy.
Yeah, you wonder. All right.
Looks not red.
Looks about like the other one.
Yeah, I don't. There's not any. Has it even got a reddish tint?
They didn't use red grapefruit, I guess.
No.
All right.
So
ruby Redbird. 95 calories. I can't really smell anything.
But it does have a head.
Dang it. Well.
Whoa.
I'm going to take another taste before I really get into my thoughts, but
I don't know. Gosh darn it. I'm at a loss for words.
I don't taste ginger. I don't taste grapefruit.
Where's the tartness?
I don't know, dude. I'm not saying the flavor is horrible by any means, but there's just not really much flavor. And when it calls out grapefruit and ginger,
right? I
was expecting a tart from the grapefruit.
Yes.
And then ginger, we've had different ginger beer and it's got kind of that.
Right.
Well, it tastes like ginger, I don't taste that at all.
God, this had, they talked it up like it was actually going to be good with flavor.
Now, I hate to say it, but I think this at least has more flavor to me than the sea salt and lime did. But that's not saying much.
I mean, incremental.
It's
not like...
I mean, if somebody said, do you want a sea salt and lime or this one, knowing what I know now, I'd probably take this one over the sea salt and lime.
Yeah. If those are your only two choices.
If that's the two choices, because
the only two beers left in the world.
This one doesn't have a bad lingering aftertaste where the sea salt one did. Right. I'll give you my score. I'm going to go 2.1. I mean, just above that one. It's like I said, I do think the flavor is a better flavor than the sea salt and lime. But again, it's just, I don't know if that's their philosophy or their style is to kind of have their flavors more muted for the masses, maybe. I don't know. But both of those, honestly, I thought had potential. When I saw the can.
Yeah.
And they just kind of fell in line with the other shiners that we've had.
And I mean, we were willing to take a chance. Buy some more Shiner to see if we could get some flavor. And I mean, like that sea salt one says 20 IBUs. I can't even.
Yeah, I didn't. See
that's way overrated. I wouldn't even say it's like double digits.
Yep.
So I think, like Mike said, this is a big disappointment.
Let me ask you that. Well, give your score, and then I got a question for you.
Yeah, because I mean, and I'll have to say this too, that I'm not a grapefruit guy.
Yep.
I don't like grapefruit in the slightest, so I was really hesitant of even trying this because I was like, well, I don't like grapefruit. So now if I put grapefruit in my beer, I'm like, that's really going to be bad, but you really can't taste the grapefruit in this. I mean, so if you're afraid of grapefruit, you could probably drink this if you really, really wanted, or you're cutting carbs or something. Maybe that's what the kick might be, but the flavor is just not there. And I'm right with you. Mike. 2.1 is about where I'd have to stay at. Oh God, what a disappointment.
Here's my question: what would you do if Shiner came out with a barrel aged beer? Do you? I would be like very questioning. Right? Maybe they have it. I don't know. I shouldn't. I haven't looked. But boy, barrel aged beers will have big flavors, and I don't see them getting into that.
Yeah, their flavor square seems pretty narrow.
Pretty narrow, yeah.
Very compact.
They don't veer off right down the middle very often,
I mean, even with things that you expect to be super flavorful.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I think the listeners out there probably have tried a grapefruit once in their life.
Oh, yeah. And the actual fruit you're talking?
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, it's bitter, you're puckering your mouth. You don't get that with this at all. Nothing in the slightest.
What you had said about that when you were talking about the beer itself. You're right. I did too. I was expecting that really tart, because I'm not a grapefruit guy either, because they're just like, ugh. But this, you don't even get that flavor out of it,
Well, like my grandparents they each had a half a grapefruit every morning, so I remember growing up, spending the night at their house, and they wake up and they're eating their grapefruit. I'm like, oh, give me some cereal. So it was just like, very strong and pungent. And this is not.
No, there's just
not even close to it.
And then the ginger too. Ginger, we've had ginger beer. Well, if you have just ginger beer, I mean, that's definitely almost has a.
Because don't you make the Moscow Mule with that?
Yes. Yep.
Which is good.
Oh yeah. And we've had, I've had and I think we have one in my fridge yet. It's from Central Waters, Dark and Stormy, that has ginger. And that, there's ginger.
Yeah, they're going to put flavor.
When it said ginger, I thought, okay, it's going to be really strong tartness from the grapefruit, and that ginger is going to be right there to punch you in the mouth. So, no, I didn't get any of it. So,
oh, gosh.
What a bummer.
Yes, that's...
Well, Shiner, we may come back and visit again some other time, but...
God, I mean, we didn't hold a grudge. We tried to come back and see, and it flopped. It didn't. Is there something we can get some flavor in?
I don't know. So this one, I actually did a build-your-own 6-pack.
Nice.
In Illinois, and I picked this one up because I am pretty sure I've never had a beer that had kiwi in it. And this one is, this is by Pollyanna Brewing, and it is Kiwi Allure Berliner style Weiss Ale.
Nice. That sounds good.
I'm hoping it has more flavor than the first two. Let's see. I wonder if what you probably found out, if it's the same thing on the can, because the can is pretty... here we go. Yep. Alluringly tart and fruity. This sour wheat beer is loaded with kiwi, enhancing its already magnetic seductiveness.
Ooh, nice.
Enchantingly light in body and effervescent. Boy, this is like...
Wow.
All right. We sour this German-style Berliner Weiss with lactobacillus, which is what they use to make sours.
Oh, okay.
In the kettle before adding mounds of New Zealand's favorite fuzzy fruit. Refreshing and easy drinking, this beer is perfect for those days when it's hotter than down under.
One of our friends would be getting the powder out for that.
Well, you know.
The coffee and cigarettes guy.
Yeah, 4.6% ABV, 3 IBUs.
3.
Yeah, so I don't think we have to worry about it.
Should not be hoppy.
So this should be interesting. And does it say where they're out of?
Yeah, there's a little bit more down below there. It says...
Lamont, Illinois is where they're from.
So it looks like Pollyanna Brewing and Distilling. So they must
have a distillery too.
Right.
Interesting.
Gives their customers an intimate experience that goes beyond what's in their glass. Oh. Sharing our knowledge and advancing the culture of craft beer.
And craft spirits, yeah.
Like we try.
See, yep.
Our brand focuses on creating a relationship between our customers and the brewery, brewer, distiller, and the community. As an integral part of the communities we do business in, we strive to work in cooperation with local organizations to benefit the community as a whole.
Nice. Huh. And they opened in their Lamont location September of 2014. So they've been around 10 years.
Right.
Or it will be 10 years. So, yeah.
Well, hopefully the year thing is a good thing because Shinerbach started in 1909.
That was so. These beers in 1909 probably had a lot of flavor, a lot. So they were just like, let's keep that recipe. Don't tweak it. All right. Well, let's see what this bad boy is. So this is a Kiwi Allure,
and this is a pint.
A pint can.
The first two were 12-ounce cans, so we may not be able to finish the whole.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
It foamed up a little bit. It's okay. It's a controlled foam.
All right. There is head.
There's head in that one.
And it looks
so you have to let that go down a little bit so you can get some more actual beer in there.
It has a yellowish kind of tint.
Yep.
And you can't see through the beer.
No.
I mean, it's almost hazy, right?
Yeah.
Kind
it's
of
almost,
hazy. Where the first two you could see.
You can see right through.
Yeah, it was like if you're urinating.
Well, thank you for that.
Did you have a sip on that one?
Yeah.
Now, again, I don't know what kiwi tastes like, so
this has flavor.
What does that smell?
I'm not sure. Sour.
Ooh, ouch.
This has flavor.
I
don't know. I like kiwi, but I don't know if this really tastes like kiwi. This is more. This is a sour.
This
is a sour.
I thought this was supposed to be a Berliner Weiss.
It is, but they said they soured it.
But it doesn't say that in the title.
No, it doesn't have to say it there.
Well, this is kind of false advertising.
Oh, it's all good. It's all good.
You're getting a Berliner Weiss ale. And you get in a sour.
Yeah.
That's...
I don't mind this one.
Ooh.
Now, I say that, but I will say this. Would I drink like a couple cans? No. I wouldn't probably drink this full can of it myself, but...
I'm going to struggle to get this little taster glass of... Oh, God.
You know, Jim, I was so excited when, when a couple weeks ago when we had the IPAs and you were so good. And then I totally jumped the rails and brought the sours and you kind of reverted back.
Yeah, remember how they kind of thudded out of the...
Yeah, the one did. That was terrible.
Oh, this is
not
good.
Well, I don't know. I'm not going to lie to you, Jim. I was expecting a Berliner Weiss style as well, and I didn't realize they soured it.
But how could you know that it's...
Well, I think on the writing on the side of the can.
Oh, this sour wheat beer.
Yeah.
But, man... That's too sour because the sourness takes away from all the other. Kiwi is your flavor,
right? You
don't get any of that flavor because you just taste the tartness.
The tartness for sure
just overpowers. Gosh, so I still don't know what kiwi tastes like.
Well, we're going to buy a kiwi for you to try.
Yeah,
actually, kiwi has many different flavors in the same fruit. It's almost like a turtle. Yeah.
Oh, I did not.
Which
know
I've never had turtle, but but kiwi it has different flavors in the fruit, and it's good.
Is it better than this?
Yeah. The fruit is better than this. Yeah, I would say that.
Oh God,
I don't know. This one is. It has flavor. I give it that much. It has flavor.
It has flavor. It's not. I'm a little unsure if it's a good flavor.
And I'll have to look, Jim. This might be our first beer we've ever had from Pollyanna Brewing.
My memory's not the best, but I don't think we've had. Because I know you do go down to Illinois a few times, but get different beers like this, it's not always the
right.
It's not one of the bigger breweries, I don't think either. But gosh, this is just tough to swallow down with this being sour. Oof. Oh God, it is just like
This is the first beer that we've had from them.
It is.
And I jumped on Untappd and I looked them up. And here's one though, Jim. The same brewery, bourbon barrel aged Imperial Fun Size, a Imperial double milk stout barrel aged.
It's not a sour though.
No, it's not sour. 13.5.
All right. Well, that's what's frustrating. So we get the first beer we're trying from this brewery, and it's a sour.
Yes. And when I picked it up, I did not read the side of the can to see that it said sour. I just saw Kiwi, and I thought, I haven't had a Kiwi
You
before.
wouldn't, I mean, just by looking at the can, you wouldn't think that it's a sour.
Nope, not at all.
I mean, because in all the big writing, all the big print on it, nothing sour. Then you turn to the backside, and the very, very tiny fine print, wheat sour. Or sour wheat. Ugh.
This and on the can is an actual. That's what the kiwi fruit looks like when you cut it. It's like that. Just so you know.
That looks like the brown star. It looks. It's got,
no.
It's got a. That's a funny. I wouldn't put that picture on there. That's not a good.
Not
picture.
everybody has their mind in the gutter.
But when you look at it,
all right.
So the rest of these are all.
Are you going to score? We got to score this.
Well, I was going to say. So hopefully that we got the worst three out of the way. So now we got a lot of good artwork. A lot of color.
Yep.
The first three cans have been pretty bland in their artwork, so Brian probably wouldn't be liking giving the extra points for those. But,
right.
But I think so. I'll start off.
Okay.
I'm not a sour guy. Straight up, this is not in my wheelhouse. I don't know if I like kiwi or not. I can't taste it. I'm gonna have to go a solid 1.4.
Okay.
I think I'm trying to be generous.
Okay. Myself, I'm more of a sour guy than you because I intentionally drank more just so I could. I did it just so I could understand
a lot more to have this taste good.
Well, so I did it just so I could understand why people like them. And
have you found out?
No, not really. Of course, the vast majority of sours that are out there now are more sweeter than sour. But this one is kind of on the side of being sour, you know. I'm going to go with 2.2. I think it's better than the first two. It at least had flavor. And like I said, for a sour, it's okay. I've had way better and I've had way worse, but compared to the first two, it had flavor. So that's what I'm kind of going on that. But I was kind of let down because I was expecting a lot of kiwi flavor. And even when I brought it, I told you, I'm like, dude, I'm excited for this one because I think it could have kiwi flavor. It's going to be good. And like I said, I never read the side of the can. It said they soured it. So,
well, and for me, the only reason why because you gave this as your best of the three so far. It's got flavor, but it's not good flavor. It's just like, this is like tartness to the extreme. I know we got a couple other sours that are in here, and I hope they don't taste.
Yeah, those at least those we knew they were sour. You know what I mean? Where this one we didn't.
Right, we're gonna be prepared for them.
Yeah. Well, let's do another one to try and get the taste of that one out.
Yeah.
This one
from our favorite company.
Toppling Goliath Dragon Fandango.
Nice.
Beer with mango, passion fruit, and dragon fruit. And the artwork on the can is a dragon. It's a cool dragon.
It's always cool. There you go.
Yeah. Mango, passion fruit, and dragon fruit are combined to create this unique sour beer. Raise a glass, dance the fandango, and celebrate these tropical fruits. It's a 16-ounce. Pint can.
Yep.
So you need to dance a fandango.
I might be dancing something to the garbage can to be Ralph here. But it did say 4.2% ABV and 10 IBU. So this is going to be a low one again. And Toppling Goliath, just down the road in Decorah, Iowa. So it's within an hour's drive of here, which is nice.
Yeah, we typically make at least one trip a year down there, if not more.
Right.
Whenever they're releasing a new barrel-aged beer, we typically go down there.
They got a nice brewery.
If you've never been there, you got to go because it is impressive. And they have really good food there. They got that giant dinosaur made out of Legos.
Yes.
That Jim wanted to jump on, but they wouldn't let him, But
I mean, that's probably comparable in size to Distal. Or you think Distal's even bigger?
I think Distal's a little bit bigger.
Because from the outside, there are some very big buildings.
Oh, yeah. But that one, it's, I think Toppling Goliath, they got an upstairs.
Yes.
As well, and upstairs, downstairs, and all that. The bar they have is big.
Right. They're more famous. Their famous one is Pseudo Sue. Where like Distal, they like the Das Vidania series.
Vidanias.
They got a lot more barrel aged stuff.
Yeah.
So that's, for me, that's the tipping point to go.
Yeah. Yeah. And I was going to say, I can't remember if I had told you the last time that we went to Distal, they had, because, pickle beers are getting to be a thing. They had a barrel aged pickle beer.
Really?
And it was good. And I wanted to bring some back. But they
bourbon barrel?
Bourbon barrel aged pickle.
Nice.
And I wanted to bring some back, but they didn't have it in cans or anything. Okay. And it was like...
So you have to go there to get a drink.
Right. But it was...
Could you get on there and then put the little, the plastic cover on it?
And then bring it back. Put some
ice around it?
Yeah. Well, I could try, I suppose. See if they'd let me do that. Put some saran wrap around the top. And
there you go.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's get back here to the dragon fruit. Dragon Fandango.
Come on, Toppling Goliath. Come on.
So what color do you think this will be?
Red.
You think it's going to be red?
It says dragon fruit.
Oh, it is red.
Oh, there, buddy.
Oops, sorry. I kind of poured you a little bit much there.
It looks just like a fruit juice.
It looks like fruit punch.
Yeah.
That kind of color.
And the head is
pretty much the same color.
Yeah, reddish. It's almost the same color as the can.
Yeah. Oh, boy, you can smell that.
You can smell it.
Wow. Well, cheers.
Here we go.
That's not bad.
That's
I like that. Better, I like that. That is by far the best one we've had so far.
The sourness on it is much more tolerable.
Yes, there is a tartness, but it's very mellow compared to that last one.
I mean, it actually, I think the way they did the sour enhances the flavor.
Yep.
I mean, because it does. I'm not really sure what a dragon fruit is supposed to taste like.
Right.
Again, I don't know where some of these come from, but it tastes okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks just like a fruit punch. You could probably put this.
It does, doesn't it? I mean, it looks like you poured fruit punch in your glass.
I wonder if you should take a picture of that.
I will. Yep, I'll do that right now.
Just so that everybody can see that it's not.
Because that's kind of wild, honestly.
You could take that to a wedding reception.
Nobody would be none the wiser.
You could pour it in where all the kids get their fruit punch. And nobody even knows.
Yeah. And then you wonder, how come I never get invited to any weddings anymore? That is not bad.
No, I mean, and again, I'm not a sour guy, so I don't want to talk it up too much. But I mean, this is, from what we've had, by far
this is
the best.
Good. Of the first four, this is good.
Yes. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, you and I had went down there for a release, and this was not part of the release, but you could buy it in addition for some reason. I don't know why they tied, because we went down there for some barrel-aged ones.
Yep. And we went down there for the Assassin.
Oh.
Yes. And that'll be coming on another podcast. But
you were selling this at the same time.
Well, remember, they had you can buy this or that. And it was just kind of weird. So it's like, okay, they must have had too much of this. So they're trying to,
Because this doesn't tie into the Assassin, that barrel-aged Imperial Stout. Not even close. But I'm like, so I don't know if we were getting a deal or early release or something like that. But I mean, it's definitely good. I mean, and there's no bad aftertaste. Even the sourness goes away really quick.
Like you said, that is one of the things that at some point we should probably look into, because passion fruit and dragon fruit, I don't know if I've ever had the actual fruit either to see what it's supposed to taste like.
Right. Passion fruit.
Yeah.
What is a passion fruit?
Yeah.
What do you say?
That was your wife's nickname for you, wasn't it?
You funny guy.
But yeah, it's one of those things where at some point we got to try them just to, to say, oh, okay, now I get it. And it's,
So is this kind of like where you're talking about with BK, where we're going to have the bourbon?
Yeah.
With the
now we're going
to
have
the fruit with the beer. Fruit beer. All right. Well, I see how you're kind of leading us in what direction.
We're leading that.
So you want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first. I think this is really good. Even for a sour, I think it's good. I think it has the right balance between the sweet and the tartness. And I'm going to go with 2.5. I do like this one. I could drink a can of this for sure. Would I drink multiple cans? No, because it could be heartburn coming, But I think it's very good. And compared to the first ones, I think this is head and shoulders above the first ones.
I'm glad I'm sitting down. You kind of caught me off guard when you said, now, is it the best one that we've had today? Yes, hands down. There's no doubt about it. And my scores reflect that the first three were not very good. This one, I mean, and it's a sour. So Mike score, you put it 2.5, so you give it right down the middle as an average.
Yep.
I'm going to have to go a little bit lower than below average. I'm going to have to go I'm going to go a 2.3. It's okay, but it's still sour. And I think, so that the listeners know, I mean, so there is that little sour tartness to it, but it is still pretty good. Would I take another one? I might take a little taster glass from somebody's, but I don't know if I'd order a whole can.
Right.
I couldn't tell somebody I would do that.
Yeah. Like I said, I think, especially for the ones we've had, it's very good. For sour, like I said, I do think they have a pretty good balance
Right.
on the sweet and the sour. But yeah, like I said, I don't disagree with your score either, because I know you're not a big sour guy.
But now, now on, when I go to the grocery store, I'm going to look for dragon fruit.
Yeah.
See if I don't even know what it looks like.
I don't either. Dragon's fruit or passion fruit.
Right. Or a kiwi.
Oh, yeah.
I hope it doesn't look like that.
Kiwis they're fuzzy. They're brown and fuzzy on the outside.
Brown and fuzzy.
Yeah. They're good, though. You got to cut the fuzziness off of them, though.
Ooh.
Don't eat the fuzzy.
Don't eat the fuzzy.
Yeah, don't eat the fuzzy.
Oh, God, that's sour.
Well, it's kind of funny because the next one you brought,
yes,
it's a sour ale, too.
But the name sounded good.
It does. It sounds interesting. The next one that Jim brought, and now, did you do like a build your own 6-pack on this?
I sure did.
Okay.
All
of these that you brought are build your own 6-packs?
Except for this one, I think somebody brought that one.
Oh, okay. Yep, okay. So this is by Saugatuck Brewing, and we've had multiple beers from them before.
Yes.
This is Cottonmouth Crusher.
Ooh.
Raspberry Sour Ale.
So what's the picture show?
Like a snake with his fangs sticking out.
Right. Mouth open.
Yep. And he's surrounded by raspberries.
Looks like he's trying to grab at him, right? Trying to get him in his mouth.
And this is the 6%. So this is the strongest one that we've had.
There we go.
So let's see on the can. Here's to happy. Cottonmouth Crusher is like a mouthful of tart, ripe raspberries delivering a sweet and sour bite. Once you've been bitten by the delicious pierce of this funky, fresh raspberry sour ale, you're going to want to suck out all the flavor.
Ooh, all right.
Well, there you go.
And
made in Michigan.
Yep. Looks like they've been open since 2005.
Okay.
And looks like they've got 2 other tap rooms opened.
Okay.
So we've got a total of 3, one in Kalamazoo, one in Grand Rapids. So looks like overall they must be doing decently if they're able to open tap rooms. I mean, that's, I think, a good way to do it. Don't open up everything all at once.
Yep.
Get established. 'Cause I think some of the beers that we liked before, they expanded too quick.
Too quick, yeah.
And
I know exactly who you're talking about.
So looks like they've got a good system.
Yeah, looking on here, it said they have 31 combined rotating taps at their initial place.
Wow.
And it's like, okay. Plus hard cider and a variety of wines. So I don't know if they make wine or if it's, they bring it in. But then it said that they have a 45-barrel brew system. So that's a pretty big brewery.
Right.
With 960 barrels of fermentation space and the ability to age over 400 wooden barrels at a time.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. So, wow.
Huh. Well, that's good. I mean,
yeah.
And we're always here willing to try these new beers.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
you
see something good on it?
I don't know. We're going to see. What do you think?
Oh, God. I sure hope it's not as sour.
You think it's going to be red?
Well, it's looking, the raspberry is going to give it away. I think it's going to have a red tint. Red hue.
A red hue, too. Probably not quite as, like, fruit punch as the last one.
Like the dragon fruit.
Yeah,
red-ish.
It does have kind of a red hue to it.
Definitely not as...
It's clear. You can see through it.
Not as thick
as the Toppling Goliath, for sure.
It almost has... It's definitely more consistent like a beer.
Yep.
Beer consistency.
Yep. So
but like a reddish hue to it. Oh, no. Is that sour?
Yeah, that's pretty much what I smell. He says sour. I don't pick up raspberry. I smell sour. That's not anywhere near as sour as the other ones we've had so far.
Right. It just kind of makes the raspberry flavor a little bit different, doesn't it? I mean, it's got a weird...
Yeah.
It changes the flavor a little bit.
I'm trying to think of what that reminds me of. It's got to be the sour that is doing something to the raspberry because it's got...
different.
I don't want to say a dirty feet.
Well,
kind of a hint to it, but...
Here's another thing they got on their write-up. It says, Cottonmouth Crusher is a tart and funky sour ale. So maybe that's what you're tasting
the funk.
Yes. Using their own words.
It could be.
Gosh, I was hoping this one was going to...
Yeah. I mean, you get raspberry, but it's whatever that other flavor is really knocks that down and kind of gives it a little bit of a
weird, because it doesn't taste like a regular raspberry.
No, exactly.
And
I don't know. That's different.
And the sourness is a different sourness than the Toppling Goliath.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's
different from all of the ones that have been sour so far. It's
really like
I don't know.
When I say funky, it's funky.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you got to be ready for this one. I was expecting a lot different flavor.
I was too. I was expecting a lot of like in your face raspberry.
Yes.
And this is not that.
No, it was. I had high expectations for this one. I'm kind of like disappointed so far. of these 5, it's really we haven't had anything hit out of the park yet.
No. Ugh. Honestly, it has flavor. The first 2 really didn't, but I think this flavor, I'm going to give it a 1.9.
Oh, really?
I just think there's kind of an off-putting thing that just knocked the raspberry down. Yeah. And I don't know what it is. I think, I don't really care for this one.
Yeah. So the hard part is, do I rate one that has an off, funky taste above 2 that have no flavor?
Right.
How do I?
That's tough.
What's going to be the happy medium for no flavor or bad flavor? Oh gosh, I think I'm going to have to go with you, Mike. I'm going to have to go with a 1.9, just because I like raspberries. I mean, I've had raspberries all my life, and they do not taste like this.
And we've had other raspberry beers that have been pretty good,
right?
And this one just I don't know what whatever that secondary flavor is really hurts the raspberry flavor.
Yes, it really puts a damper on your beer drinking spirits.
There you go. And that's a bad thing.
You want to have a good time when you drink these.
Yeah. I don't know if you'd have a good time drinking any of these, though, Jim, to be honest with you. You're not. I don't picture you as being a big fruit beer guy.
Well, I was hoping that they would be like more fruity flavored, not the sourness.
Right.
That's really sticking through. I mean, that was my whole thought process going in there. We're going to have some good flavors, because usually beers are not fruity, but the sourness has taken over on these last 3. Like, they've all had their own unique sourness.
Yeah.
Tartness that's been like, oh, God. It's almost hard. I don't even know if I could recommend some of these for somebody to drink
right.
or to try.
Right. Right now, it'd be tough, honestly.
Oh, boy.
So, well, wow, you slugged that down. There's a little bit left in the can anyway.
So we've done 5.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything you want to summarize in the first 5?
They haven't really been all that good.
Yeah, I'm right there with it.
And consider, when you were talking about could I recommend any of them right now, honestly, the only one that I could even remotely maybe recommend would be the Toppling Goliath. Other than that, the Shiner you could, because there's just not any flavor.
Right.
But there's nothing that I would say, hey, go out and buy that.
Right.
At this point, we got 3 more to go. Hopefully one of those or 2, whatever. Hopefully they'll step up to the plate. But these first ones have been a little bit,
disappointing.
Yeah.
I was really hoping, like, wow, this is I've been missing out on this fruit flavored tasting beer, but right now I'm glad I haven't tried these.
You're like, I wasn't missing out on nothing.
I have really been very smart in not trying them.
There you go.
Oh boy. Okay. What do we got next?
All right. The next one we got is by 21st Amendment Brewing.
Okay.
And this is Hell or High Mango.
Ooh, all right.
Beer brewed with mangoes.
Mango.
And this is a seasonal release. 4%? Is that what? 4.9%. Sorry.
Yes,
yep. On the can is. Oh, look at it. It's got the artwork is very nice on this can.
It's got Lady Liberty. It says
Lady Liberty. It looks like she's sitting on. It must be like the Golden Gate Bridge, wouldn't you say? Is that kind of like?
Yes, it's because this is actually brewed in San Francisco.
Well, makes sense then. Okay.
Ties together.
Yep. And let's see, it says, as the days get shorter, Lady Liberty glows at our sunset gate with her welcoming arms. A light and refreshing straw-colored beer, fruity and sweet, brewed with real mangoes. Brimming with tropical floral notes, you'll feel transported to an oasis during the orange and red leaves of fall.
I did not hear the word sour.
No, I didn't hear sour either. This is an American fruit beer is the style that it says.
Yes.
Now, we've been fooled before, but nowhere on there did it say sour. So, all right, well, let's crack this bad boy open and we'll see. This is one that I bought on a Build Your Own 6-pack in Illinois.
Okay. That's strange that if it's actually brewed in California, that it's actually shipped that far.
Yeah. Yep.
There must be some kind of following or something.
It could be.
So hopefully it's got a good flavor to it.
This is definitely a lighter colored beer.
Now, what mangoes are kind of orange.
Mangoes are like nectarine, tangerine, that kind of thing.
So the color is going to look more like a regular beer.
I guess that's what it kind of looks like.
And the head
it's got a white head on it. Oh, you can smell mango.
There's a
wow. You can smell mango. I hope
the aroma is very strong.
I hope the flavor is like this. What it smells like.
Yes, that's a good mango flavor.
You can taste mango.
Yes, you can taste mango.
Wow. I will say this right now. What they said was in it and what it's probably going to taste like, it tastes like.
Right.
That's probably the first one that I can safely say tastes like what I figured it was going to taste like.
But it's not as sweet as I thought it was going to be. Is it? Am I missing the...
No, I don't know. I mean, to me, it tastes like mangoes. Don't tell me you've never tasted a mango.
I have not.
Oh, dude.
I've had an orange.
Yeah, that's not the same.
It's not the same?
No, that tastes like mango.
Gosh, it said it's supposed to be sweet. Fruity and sweet.
Yeah, I think it's right.
You think
right
so?
There, yeah.
I don't... Oh, boy.
We need to expand your palate on fruit, too.
Gosh, I was trying today, see?
Have you ever ate a grape?
Yes.
Okay, I'm just
And
checking.
a raisin.
And an apple?
And an apple. And a strawberry.
Oh, okay, you had a strawberry. And a raspberry, you said.
Yes.
How about a blackberry?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
good. So you have had some.
Some locally grown. This is... You can't locally...
You can't get mangoes.
No.
They don't grow here, no.
Gosh, this does not... This is the right flavor?
Yeah, I like this one. I personally think I have a new number one right now.
Toppling Goliath jumped up?
No.
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 The Cottonmouth?
Yeah. No. No.
Shiner, you're switching around.
I'm switching to Shiner. We're going to see. I'm going to take a couple more tastes of this one and see.
God. I don't know. There is something.
Is it the fruit that you're having a hard time with? Or
I don't know. This is just like, it's not sweet. I mean, do you taste any sweetness?
Well, like I said, I think it tastes very much like mango. And
so you got like a mango tree at your house? You just go like...
No, but I've went to the grocery store and bought mango before.
You've actually made it a point to buy one of these and eat it?
Oh. Actually, I didn't. My daughter did. But then I had some with her, and it was, it tastes very similar to this.
I think I might Ralph if I had mango.
Well, good thing this is a 12-ounce can. You don't have to have any more than what's in your glass.
Wow. Well, you want to score it out first?
Yeah, let me take another taste here.
Oh, gosh. Ugh.
Yeah, I like it. I think it tastes like a mango. Like I said, I think everything that this is one of the first one. Well, I shouldn't say that because I don't know what a dragon fruit or a passion fruit tastes like. So I don't know. But the other ones, kiwi, I didn't think that tasted like kiwi. The raspberry, it had a weird thing. This one actually tastes like, to me, what it says it should be. I'm going to do a 2.6.
Oh, geez. Easy. Hey,
no, I'm doing 2.6, dude. This is a good one.
You could blow a hammy on this. You're stretching it out there.
I got to stretch before I give my ratings.
2.6?
Yeah, I think this is a good beer. I like this. I could drink another one of these.
Wow. Oh, my gosh. I'm actually going to have to say this is the second worst one. I'm going to have to go 1.5.
Really?
Oh, this is not good.
Wow. I didn't expect that.
I honestly don't think that I would even pour it down my sink for fear that it might damage some of the pipes.
Wow, dude.
This is bad. This is horrendous, dude.
I think there's something wrong with you. We got to get you into some kind of program.
Oh, God. Folks, this is bad. I would not recommend this to my worst enemy.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you ever tasted a mango, that's exactly what this tastes like. Oof. Jim has never had a mango, so.
I think the squash beer was better than this.
No. Oh, no.
Yeah.
No. That squash beer was bad.
No, I'm going there. I'm going there.
No, you can't remember they closed.
No, I'm saying it.
Yeah.
I'm saying it out loud.
That's funny when you look back. That beer was one of the worst ones we've had.
That's what I'm saying. This is even worse.
No. This is a good one. I like this one.
Dude. Can I give you some of mine? Mm-hmm. This is just not good.
Yeah, I like this. I think
really?
It's good. Yeah. It tastes like mango.
Oh. They did something wrong. They must have snuck in a little bit of sour on us. What's that big long lactobacillus?
Yeah, they don't have that in here.
Lactobacillus.
Yeah,
they must have snuck a little bit of that in there.
You're talking crazy.
Oh, how could you get such a bad flavor?
It's not a bad flavor.
You think this is a good flavor?
Yeah, I think it's good.
Boy, we're gonna have to go to the next one so I can get this washed out of my mouth. This is, oh gosh.
Well, all right, fine. Maybe the next one will be a little better for you. It's more of a local beer than what these have been. So
state made, right? Made within the God's country.
No, Wisconsin.
Yeah, that's God's country. Good try though.
I'm just teasing.
Good try. Yeah, this hopefully because I've had this one for a while, so. Hopefully this did not ferment into a different flavor.
Hopefully. All right. So the next one we have, ladies and gentlemen, is by New Glarus Brewing.
Nice.
who is world famous for
Spotted Cow.
Spotted Cow. And this is not Spotted Cow. No. This is their strawberry rhubarb.
That is a couple good flavors.
Yeah, it should be. The writing on the can, or the bottle, this isn't a bottle.
12-ounce bottle, right?
12-ounce bottle.
Okay.
And the writing is really small, so I hope you printed it out.
Yep, I did.
Okay, so it says, teased from the loom by the kiss of the sun.
Wow.
Mom's strawberry rhubarb delights are the happy memory of childhood. Diploma master brewer Dan,
Not Mike,
Dan, employed juicy sweet strawberries to take the barbaric wild tart fermentation of rhubarb.
Wow.
Escaped from the far corners of neighboring yards, local rhubarb was incorporated into the wild sour fermentation to create this drinkable dream. Bright, sour, and effervescent, toast chilled cold to bring... That makes no sense. Toast chilled cold to bright skies, fireflies, bare feet, and rhubarb pies.
I saw the word sour.
I did too.
Darn it.
And this was one of yours.
I know. Oh, gosh.
So we'll see.
Why do the fruit beers have to be sours?
Ooh, smell that. We're smelling it out of the bottle. You can definitely smell strawberry and rhubarb.
I don't smell sour.
No.
That's a good thing.
Ooh, it's red.
Yes.
It is really red.
It's not as
It's
red
not
as
fruit punch red.
Yeah, Toppling Goliath, it's not. It's almost got a purplish.
Yeah. Here, I'll take a picture of that
Yeah,
too, because that is definitely a little different. Like I said, the Toppling Goliath looked like fruit punch.
Yeah.
And this one is not.
And this is actually keeping its head too.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. Let's keep our fingers crossed.
Ooh.
The strawberries smell good. I don't know.
I definitely, the aftertaste is like a strawberry jam aftertaste. That is not bad.
No.
You know, I got to take another taste just because I'm trying to figure out the rhubarb, because when you smell it,
Strawberry.
it's strawberry. The aftertaste is strawberry.
But it's got I don't know, it doesn't have the, I was expecting a lot different strawberry.
I'm not going to lie, there's a little bit of a different in the middle of the taste. It's got a little bit of I don't know what that flavor is. Maybe that's the rhubarb.
Is that the rhubarb?
It could be, but it's like, you know what I mean? You got strawberry, something different, and then strawberry. You know, you're like,
and it finishes
that's weird.
It does have a sweetness.
That aftertaste is totally strawberry jam.
Yeah. I mean, gosh, I was hoping this would be good too, but then they threw that word sour in there.
But if this is a sour, it is definitely better than the other ones that were sours.
Yes.
You know, I'm not denying that in the least. I mean, this is not too bad.
No, I guess I had high expectations. I'm like, oh, the smell is even good.
Yeah.
The aroma is good. Color looks good. And the very, very initial taste is good. The rest of it's...
that middle part of the taste is kind of a little bit of a weird, funky thing, but I don't get a whole lot of rhubarb at all.
I wonder if that's the middle.
It could be. It very well could be.
Because I wonder if that's where they get their tartness from, is that rhubarb.
It's got to be, because I'll bet you they have to use a lot more strawberries to counteract. Because, I mean, I like rhubarb.
But I like strawberry rhubarb jam.
Oh, yeah.
That's good.
Yep. But it is definitely the rhubarb, you know, because I love rhubarb crunch, you know, rhubarb pie. My grandma used to make rhubarb sauce.
Nice.
But it was very tart. You know what I mean? Yep. That rhubarb. And even they'd use the strawberry rhubarb, you know what I mean? It was the red stalk and all that kind of thing. I'm sure if they counteracted that, they had to use a lot of strawberries, because it's very prominent flavor, you know.
And you almost want to put a little bit more sugar, I think. But, I mean, when they talk about the barbaric wild tart fermentation,
yeah,
they're not lying.
Right.
It is there. I mean, it's good, but it's like, woo.
Yep. So, do you want to start us off?
All right. I think this is my best one today. So, I'm going to go with 2.4. I like the strawberry smell. I like the initial taste. It's just that we think it's the rhubarb in the very middle of the taste. That's just a little bit hard. Sometimes I guess you have to be ready for it. But I mean, I think it's good. I was just hoping it'd be a little bit better. That was my only, I was like hoping that we could at least get an infield single.
Right.
We've been striking out here.
We've been foul tipping and stuff.
All right, what do you think?
For score, I agree 100%. I'm going to 2.4. I still think that the Heller High Mango is better. This one was very good, but the reason I marked it down a little bit is just that middle part of the flavor. And I don't know what it is, and it's kind of that funky, whatever that is. The rest of it, the smell is strawberry. The initial taste is strawberry. You got that kind of funky thing, and then the aftertaste is strawberry jam. I mean, it's good, but I don't know if it's the rhubarb that we're picking up in that middle section or what. You know, I mean, because otherwise they should have had more rhubarb the whole way,
right? Or sweeten it out.
Right.
So that it covers the whole thing up. I mean, you're getting those flavors. If that is really the rhubarb in the middle, you are getting that flavor.
Yes.
So, I mean, like the mango, these last two beers.
Those last two, you got exactly what you were. Yes.
The flavors are spot on for what they're telling you you're going to get. And
I agree with you.
And these are not, I mean, I don't think this is really a sour.
No.
I mean, it's just the flavor of rhubarb, I think.
You know, and New Glarus does a really good job. And myself and my family and such, we went to New Glarus last summer, and we want to go again. So you have to go with us because it is an amazing place. Mm-hmm. We wanted to do a podcast from there, but it was so noisy. There's so many people there, just visitors.
Really?
Oh yeah, and. You know, the thing that was funny...
Well, didn't you get those new microphones that drowned out the background noise?
Yes, actually I do. And we're going to try them when we're going on a road trip here in a couple weeks that...
See if that drowns out.
We're going to try them, and hopefully they work like they say they will. So I'm pretty excited about it. But we were there, and like I said, one of the big games that they had was to see how many different license plates you could see in the parking lot.
States.
Yes, from different states. Different states. And it was crazy. I read that before, and we were looking, and I couldn't believe how many different people that were there from all over. And it was like, wow, that's kind of crazy.
That's good.
So, yeah. So we've got to finish this one, and we got one more.
And I think, like, in our early podcast, we may have had one from this same line.
We could have. I know we've had a number of beers from them.
Right.
We have not had this one, so it'll be interesting.
So I'm hopeful. I got my fingers crossed because it does have that S word in the name.
So you bought a number of sours.
Yes.
So this is Pursuit of Freedom Strawberry Lemonade from Revolution Brewing. And this is a session sour. 4.5% ABV.
Gosh, let's hope the strawberry lemonade.
So session sour ale with lemons, strawberries, and natural flavors. Oh, and it's got like some kind of bird with great big talons, like grabbing onto strawberries and lemons. So now it makes sense.
Yes.
And now, if I remember right, this is like a series.
Yes.
Where they've had a bunch of different kinds in this Freedom series because we've had some of those.
Yes. I think we did. We even did, I think, a couple on the podcast.
I think so. Early on. Early on, I think we did. So what, did you have some information you found on that? Or?
Well, it just said that Revolution is the Illinois is largest independently owned brewery.
Wow.
So that's good to know.
Interesting, yeah.
I'm trying to see here if there's any good nuggets. So it sounds like they're trying to give you more flavor.
Okay.
The evolving taste of beer drinkers has demanded bigger flavors, more varieties, and better beer. I mean, I don't know if that's a demand.
No. On the can, it says, are you ready for this now?
All right. Should I take a seat?
Yes.
Okay.
Succulent sweetness. Succulent sweetness, refreshing tart finish. Is what it says.
And this is supposed to be strawberry lemonade.
This is strawberry lemonade. Freedom strawberry lemonade. And it's a 12-ounce can.
All right.
Nope.
Don't hear it.
Don't hear it.
All right.
Is this going to be red or is it going to be normal? Oh, it's normal.
So the flavor is...
The flavor?
Or, I mean, the color. I'm sorry.
The color is normal.
Yellowish.
We'll see if the flavor is strawberry lemonade.
Hopefully.
Or... if it tastes like that eagle claw, that's
because I mean, you even got strawberries and lemons on the can. I smell a little lemon. Is that a little lemon?
I smell lemon.
Little lemon on the aroma.
I don't smell strawberry.
No, I don't. That's not bad.
I definitely taste I can get the lemonade part of it for sure. Do you get strawberry though?
No, I wonder if that's what kind of balanced the lemon.
Because I mean,
make it smooth.
As far as like a lemonade style, that's not too bad.
I mean, this might. Are you ready for this? Mm-hmm. Might be my new number one.
You must be drunk.
That's not
It's
bad.
not bad. It's not bad. I don't get a lot of strawberry, though.
No, but I mean, if you drink strawberry lemonade.
Right, correct.
So, I mean, this might be just like, I mean, this is okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't mind it.
I mean, and you're not, they say there's a lot of flavor. I mean, there's not a lot of flavor.
No. No.
I mean, so that's its only probably big drawback. But it's not for a sour. I don't know. So do you know what the Saison sour, what that style
This
means?
is a session sour.
Session. Is that
Session means it's lower ABV. So it's easier drinking.
So that's all. It's not, has nothing to do with the flavor.
No. Typically a session beer is just lower alcohol. So you can just drink it leisurely that kind of thing. I mean, I could see on a hot day, you could drink this if it was cold. Yeah.
I can recommend this to somebody if they're out mowing.
Yeah, this isn't bad.
I mean, flavor-wise, I think this is one of the better ones for me. I don't know what you think.
Yeah, this isn't bad.
I could actually think I'd recommend this for somebody.
Really?
Be the first one.
There you go. And yeah, I don't mind it. Like I said, I'll go first.
All right.
My only knock on this is I don't get much strawberry flavor.
Yes.
So I'm going to go at 2.4.
Okay.
And I know I have a tie, but I just if it would have had a little bit more strawberry to it, this would have been pushing my number 1, number 2 for sure. But I don't get much strawberry at all out of it. I get the lemonade flavor wise. I think it's very good.
Right, and the lemons aren't overpowering.
No,
they don't make it tart.
Exactly. That's why I think I do like that. But I think if they'd have had strawberry in there as well, because again, it's on the can and all that, I'd rated it higher. But I think it's good. Good job.
This is my number 1 for today. So I'm going to actually go at 2.6.
Okay.
So I can definitely taste the lemonade, and it's hard because I can't really decipher it enough to tell if, like you said, the strawberries are in there, and is that what's making the lemons muted a little bit too?
Yep.
But this is a good combination. Would I drink a 12-pack of this? No.
Right.
Could I drink a couple on a hot day sitting in the sun? Yes. I think this would be a really good, you might get a little heartburn after 2 or 3, right. But I think it'd still be a good beer.
Yep.
And I think I could recommend that.
Yeah. So, well, Jim, I guess of these 8 that we had, what are there some you'd recommend? I mean, 1 or 2 or 3, whatever. I mean, what do you think?
So the ones that I thought were drinkable, definitely the strawberry lemonade, the strawberry rhubarb, and the dragon Fandango.
Okay.
Were probably the drinkable ones. The other 5, I don't know if I could recommend that to anybody.
Okay.
But those 3 were they were really close together, with the Freedom strawberry lemonade standing out the most.
Okay.
For my flavor.
Okay. For me, my number 1 was the Heller High Mango. I really liked that. I thought that was a good beer. My number 2 was probably the strawberry rhubarb. And it was really close with the Fandango, the Dragon Fandango. And again, the Revolution Freedom Strawberry Lemonade, the only knock I had was I just didn't get much strawberry.
Okay.
Otherwise, that would have been right up there. And it was up there anyway.
Right.
But if it would have had strawberry, I think it could have been really high up there.
Higher.
So, ones I'd recommend for sure are the Heller High Mango, the strawberry rhubarb, and then probably, it all depends. I mean, because I think the Fandango and the lemonade are neck and neck.
Right.
So I think any of those people could try. They're not, some of those other sours I wouldn't recommend because, if somebody's never had a sour before, they'd think they were horrible. Yeah. Where these ones are pretty mellow. Yeah. So, yeah, that's what I'm going with.
All right. So do we have any information that we can entice the listeners what might be coming up on some future podcasts?
Oh, yeah.
You got some info?
Next week. Yeah. Next week.
What might be coming up?
We got some Mexican beers coming up.
Oh, really? Are you serious?
But not the Mexican beers you're thinking of.
Really?
So we'll leave it at that.
All right. Well, have we done a podcast with Mexican beers?
I don't think so.
But
now remember, like I said,
all right,
these are not the Mexican beers that people are going to be thinking about.
All right. So do we have to bring what are those little things?
The maracas?
Yeah, there you go. Those maracas.
Maybe.
The big bring hat.
We should do that. The sombrero and all that. You should probably do that to get in the spirit of things.
There you go.
Yes.
Do we have anything like that? We might have to find and.
We'll find out.
Shaking the.
Yeah.
Have the band sitting in the background.
Yeah. Oh, if we could get a mariachi band or whatever here, that'd be cool. Yeah. No, we're not going to do that.
Oh.
So.
But yeah. So the beers should be good then.
The beers, I'm pretty sure, are going to be amazing.
So, and correct me if I'm wrong, but it's not going to be like Modelo.
Like I said,
They're going to have a little
These
more.
are not the Mexican beers that people are probably thinking of.
So they're going to have flavor.
Oh, yeah. I'm pretty sure they're going to have flavor. So
we won't have this kind of issue like
No.
the Shinerbach.
Oh, no. Oh, nay. I think we'll have the other one. We're like, oh, my gosh, how do we separate these because they're so good is what I'm hoping.
All right.
So.
Well, that's a good thing. I'm looking forward to trying those.
Yep. So we got that coming up. We do have some on-location stuff coming up.
All right.
And we're going to try out those new microphones.
Yes.
And we're hoping, ladies and gentlemen, that they do. Because, again, I know that was the hard part last year, was the background noise. And these ones are supposed to cancel a bunch of that out. So we're going to give them a whirl. And, we'll have that coming up. And, from there, who knows? So I got all sorts of stuff in the basement yet.
Yeah. I mean, we stepped out of our comfort zone trying this fruit. A lot of it, we don't even know what the actual fruit tastes like.
Right.
Other than strawberries for me and raspberries. So we're trying. We swung and missed on a couple of these. We thought we were going to be good, but I was like, we did try them though.
But there's a lot of companies here we've never had a beer from before. So I do like that. I think it's cool.
Yes, we're
Shiner,
trying.
Keep trying, buddies. Keep trying.
Don't be afraid of flavor.
No, don't be afraid. Flavor is your friend.
Because, I mean, if you're going to put it on a can, put it in the can.
There's brilliant. Brilliant. Who would have ever thought of that?
Epiphany.
If it's on the can, it should be in the can.
That
might be a new shirt because we're coming out with some apparel.
You better write
you write that on something. Put it on the list here. If it's on the can, it should be in the can.
There you go.
That is a Jim one right there. Awesome. Well, hey, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us on this fruit beer festival extravaganza. Like I said, we had higher hopes than what we got, but some of them were pretty good. So next week, like I said, just be prepared. We've got some big things coming.
So we have to wear our big boy pants for this one.
Hint.
All right.
And it's going to be fun. So hey, like we always say, I hope your campfire is always warm
and your beers are always cold.
See ya.
Take it easy. Bye.
Thank you for listening to the Northwoods Beer Guy podcast. If you have a question, a comment, or a beer you'd like us to review, please feel free to send us a message at northwoodsbeerguy@gmail.com. You can also find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. If you're on Untappd, look up Northwoods Beer Guy and send a friend request. Until next week, I hope all your campfires are warm and all your beer is cold.